everyone. It is Thursday, August 9th, 2018, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a great day. I'm in a really good place, and excited for a productive session as usual. So stoked that I've got a lot of time to work this week. Deload week in the gym, so got to get up a little bit early today. Gonna get up a little bit early tomorrow and have some more time in the studio, which is always fantastic. And feeling great physically right now, which is really nice. So gonna keep that momentum going. And of course, preventing injuries is of the utmost importance as an artist because if you get hurt, then you just gotta put in the time to heal, and it's much harder to practice. And of course, there's ways around, still being productive if you've got downtime physically, but I just like to avoid that as much as I possibly can. It's really annoying. So, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Gonna hit some online classes here, update you guys with what's going on in the Armin van Buuren Masterclass and the Hardcore Tracking class. Going to hit a light drum practice, share my progress, and then going to hopefully finish up the Full Circle remaster. It's been a big project. I'm really excited by the results I'm getting. Of course, gonna keep growing over time. There's stuff that I wish were different about this project, but I think that's honestly how it goes when you're remastering something. If you're not gonna go back to the mix, if you're not gonna go back and retrack things, there's probably just gonna be stuff you're gonna live with, because I'm such a different artist than I was 6 years ago when we put this out, and we started recording it probably 7 or 8 years ago, which is a long time. So I'll be happy to put the finishing touches on it and start the marketing process. So let's do this. Alright, great session today. It's really hard to put into words, but anyway, I got into the online class front and hit the Armin van Buuren class. Main takeaways from that today are just using your ears when you're doing compressor settings and making sure that you're comparing at the same volumes. So use the makeup gain on your compressor so that you can switch it on and off, and the uncompressed track is the same volume as the compressed track, so you can hear what you're changing, because anything louder is always going to sound better subjectively. And so if the compressor just makes it louder, you might actually be making it sound worse, but thinking that you're making it sound better, and you can easily fool yourself on that kind of stuff. So I thought that was a great tip. Definitely going to use that going forward. And then the hardcore tracking stuff, they're using so many tricks and tactics, and the instructor made a really good point, which is like, you only want to use those tactics, like slowing a riff down to half speed and then chopping it up and speeding it back up to the normal tempo with editing. You only want to use that if you absolutely have to, because yeah, it'll be like spot on, letter perfect technically, but like you'll lose some of the vibe and the human feel. And that's always what you're doing when you're processing audio. You're giving up one thing to get something else, because the natural sound of a human being playing it almost always will sound the best way, assuming the person can actually play it. So it's only if the person can't actually play the part that you want to get into using some of those tactics to get your point across on the record, which I just thought was an excellent tip. Then from there, I got into listening to the masters as they are from Full Circle. I felt really good about the Fiction of the Dig Pimp master and the Strictly master from yesterday, so just got in there and listened to it all the way through, and I was really digging it. I didn't put it on the monitors, because I just wanted to get the general impression of how the music was sounding, if that makes sense. And my ears are a little cooked right now, so I didn't want to be toying with the high frequencies or trying to mess with any of the details, because I can sometimes feel when I'm losing perspective on something, and it's good to let it sit for a while, but I did want to give it a listen and just see where I was, volume balance-wise and emotion-wise. And so I listened on my mix cube. It's just the mids and like some lows, some highs, but really just focusing on like the meat of the songs. And it was just a great experience listening to the record, guys. I really was feeling it. I could feel the groove. There were no points where I got bored or got tired of listening. And yeah, there's some things that I would change, if I could do the whole thing over again. And I guess I could, but so I guess maybe there's things I wouldn't change. I just think that those mistakes, those little pitch issues, whatever it was, little things are part of the story of that record, and I don't want to corrupt it, and I don't think it needs to be technically perfect to be a perfect expression of who I was at that time, and I don't want to erase that, because if I were to make the record today, I'd probably make it totally differently, which is the whole reason that it sounds a little funny to me now. But basically, I just wanted to bring the emotional content out and give the songs and the tracks a fresh life, and put out something that I felt really good about. Like, I would listen to this. I love and respect the artistic value of this thing, and it's something that I really would be excited by and interested in, because I don't just want to put out stuff that's exciting to other people if I don't have a connection to it. I mean, maybe down the line I might change that sentiment, but for now I just wanted to put out something that I felt really, really good about, that I could live with, whether it was successful in other people's hearts or minds or not. And I felt like that was really important for me artistically, and in terms of the business that I'm gonna start growing around it. So yeah, it's hard to put into words like how beautiful of an experience that is to finish it, and there might be some finishing touches to put on volume level balances and automations and stuff, just getting the tracks to balance against each other, which I'll save for the next couple days. I'll give it a rest and let it sit for a little bit. But just to feel that victory of like years, I mean literally just years. I've probably finished tracking those songs like, what, 2011, so like 7 years ago? It's crazy to think about. And then all the mixing and mastering hullabaloo, we went through that, and it just still didn't connect musically for some reason, and that was always so upsetting, and such a bummer to look back on that stuff and not feel like it was really great. So yeah, taste changed, my taste changed, and I wanted to give it an update and a new life, and just make something that sounded a little, I don't know, better, more listenable, more timeless, just something that connected with me more emotionally as well, and I think I've achieved that, or at least I'm very, very close, which is really exciting for my skills. It was great practice for the mastering class stuff that I just learned as well, so I'm really, really happy. I took a little break after that. That was a big moment, kind of just allowed myself a chance to celebrate a little bit. That's a huge win. Just years and years and years of grinding and struggling, and like it's probably about to happen for me right now, which is pretty exciting, and I'm gonna just do whatever it takes to make it happen. And you know, it's an important decision and an important moment. So gave myself some breathing room there. Kind of got distracted because I just didn't expect it to impact me that way, but it really did have an impact on me, and that's really what I've been gunning for, guys. It's just like, wow, you know, this is really something special. You know, this is really something unique, special, and it really does have that impact that I've dreamed that my music would always have. And that's the real victory. Nothing else could replace that at all. And if it were just all over right now, then that would be enough. You know, I want more. I'll always want more. I'm a human being. It's human nature. It's my nature. And so I'm gonna keep growing and pursuing more and making more music because it's awesome and the whole experience is beautiful. And now that I have this first one done, it's like really feels like okay, I might actually be able to make better stuff and keep growing and enjoy the process even more than this first process, which was really difficult. But yeah, I'm really stoked, and I wanted to give myself that opportunity to celebrate it and really relish the moment because there's a lot of cost that goes into that. Anyway, I figured the next step is getting into the marketing piece for that and scaling that up, which is partly why I wanted to remaster it so I could get a buzz going and get, you know, some research done on my audience and understand people a little better before I do this new release, which is just in my mind was on a totally different level than this material, and I think it is, but hopefully I'll be able to make it so that it's just a different expression of a similar idea and the next evolution of that thing, not necessarily better or worse, but yeah, just the next step in that progression for me as a person and as an artist and as a professional. So that's where I'm at today. Really good day. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process. That's what I'm out here doing. It's always good to have the wins, but don't underestimate the power of the losses and how important and how beautiful those are too, because it's all like how sweet is the win when you've pushed through those losses versus if it were just easy, right? So that's something to think about. See you guys tomorrow. Can't wait.